This is Rosie. I bred her myself and I had a dream to ride her in the forest. Last year when she was 4 years old, I prepared her for riding till I could sit on her. I had help starting her to ride. That went pretty well until I tried to take over myself. She tensed, then I tensed, she reared up, then I fell. After that, I was kind of scared to ride her again, so I put her in training with the person that helped me, and I got her back with a broken splint bone and more tense than she used to be. So now I want to start her again, and I'm still a bit scared, and I could really use some help. So I hope you will be able to help me.
Ah, Rosie, I feel for you both. What you have to remember from the beginning is that you have already been through a process of getting to a certain stage, so you have been successful. But of course, there can always be a moment where we fall off the wagon. There can be a piece of information missing. There can be changes in the environment, the weather, the season, in combination with how we are maybe on that day. But of course, it only takes that one time for things to go terribly wrong for us to have really a deep insecurity, a natural predict and protect mechanism in our own body that tries to prevent these things happening again. The good thing is, I can see the connection that you have and how much you really want this to work. And that is the thing that's going to give you the gift of the pleasure and the experiences and the knowledge that you will now learn by going through a process of making you both confident in the riding again. What you have to try in the beginning is to erase the narrative, the story of what you think you should be doing. So we often, of course, go with a plan. As you said in your story, you also bought Rosie to ride in the forest. And then we go a little bit along the journey, and then our expectation does not match reality, our plan. And of course, in our mind, we think now everything is going wrong. And especially when we try to find a solution for this, and that also ends up going not in the way we planned. So you're having kind of double letdowns, triple letdowns. The most important part is that we let that expectation go. And we start to turn the expectation into appreciation. One, that you have a horse you obviously care a lot about. Two, you have a dream of wanting to be able to do something together. Three, that doing something together can start now. And so we have to think about the doing together, starting something. Starting with something that can be obtainable, pleasurable, fun, can connect both of you, can give you all the basic things that you will need when you go to ride down the main street of Amsterdam together. These things exist in a basic leading exercise. When we're able to create a connection by giving the horse some awareness of where they are in the space, where they are in relation to us in a basic leading exercise, that is the fundamentals of the communication and things going well, whether you're on the ground or whether you're in the saddle. The horse gets the feeling of the self-management, the confidence of where the horse is in the space. Horses that tend to tighten up, to have tension, to have a moment of anxiety, and then the going up is the response to that. It's the feeling trapped moment. And so when you build a connection and the awareness of space through a basic leading exercise, and I would advise to start there. At the TRT Method, of course, we have a really large community of people that all started there. And when you start to connect also with the group of people, which is really important with what you've already done now, dared to send a video in and tell your story that's not going in the way you want at the moment, reaching out also to the other people in the community that have already been through that process. So the awareness of self, a basic leading exercise, doing things that are in both of your comfort level, but that also involve skills that are going to help you to progress in being able to eventually get in the saddle. But the interaction the conversation, the dialogue, the connection, the relationship that you build starts now. It's not about riding, because you'll find when you go through this process of developing an understanding of each other, you understand what the horse is going to do, you know that he knows, she knows what to do. You have this level of relaxation, open connection. You go to ask something and you already know what your horse is going to do before you've asked. This is what you're going to need when you get in the saddle. And when you get in the saddle and everything goes well in your first ride, you want a second ride. And then you'll want a ride that goes even further. And then you'll want to go on the trailer and ride somewhere else on another location, and on the beach, and standing on her back, and doing all the things that your journey will bring you to. But we'll always want to improve. But the important part is to focus on the connection and the relationship and doing things at a level where you feel comfortable and your horse feels comfortable, and allowing yourself to get into that space and not having the pressure of the expectation of, I need to get on and ride in the forest because that was my plan. And then starting to develop basic communication skills, skills about how to follow basic direction. So you want to turn left, you want to turn right, you want to go forward, you want to go back. Environmental pressures, teaching her how she should respond in the presence of movement, touch, sound, and approach, the things in the environment that could cause some tension. Really teaching her the understanding, the meaning of a rein aid, of a leg aid, and that you go through the process and the enrichment and sort of the feeling that of achievement, both for you and your horse, that you're teaching something. Your horse understands. You know when you ask this, she knows what to do with her body. You start to find this level of symmetry between you in your conversation. And that's the bit you have to build, and that's the bit that's going to bring you into all the things you'll want to do in the future, on and off the saddle. So letting go, from today on, you're free of the expectation of what you intended to do. And now, today, in this moment, you're in the reality of what you're going to do, which is going to enrich you and give you more things together with your horse than you ever imagined. So I'm going to be watching you closely, and I'm going to be looking for you, possibly in the community. I'm going to be looking for those conversations where you both feel comfortable and you're doing something you really enjoy. And I'm going to be cheering for you in your next clip where you send me something where you're working together. Now I've heard your wonderful story. I want to see next time the wonderful work you're going to do together.